The Biden administration and the lawyers representing hundreds of thousands of immigrants living in the U.S. legally failed to forge an agreement over ways to protect them. This puts roughly 337,000 immigrants from El Salvador, Nicaragua, Nepal, and Honduras at risk of losing their ability to live in the U.S. legally. The group of immigrants are currently protected under the Temporary Protected Status Program. It offers deportation protections and work permits to immigrants from countries with extraordinary emergencies. These immigrants could lose their legal status as early as December 31st. For more on this, I am joined by CBS News immigration reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez. Camilo, what's the policy behind this?
Good evening, John. At the center of this years-long legal battle is a policy known as Temporary Protected Status, or TPS. It's a program, John, that allows the U.S. Department of Homeland Security to offer deportation protections and work permits to immigrants from countries that are experiencing a natural disaster, a conflict, or another humanitarian emergency. It's essentially a recognition that the U.S. cannot safely return these migrants to these countries plagued by these humanitarian emergencies. The Trump administration, however, argued that this policy was being abused and tried to terminate several programs for several countries, including El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Nepal, but the federal courts blocked that effort. When the Biden administration took office, it entered into negotiations with the lawyers representing these immigrants to try to find a way to settle this case. But after a year of talks, these negotiations have collapsed, John, and these immigrants could lose their TPS status as early as December 31st of this year.
So is it the courts that will cause them to lose it, or is it the Biden administration policy that will force them to lose? Who's the party that's being recalcitrant here or not giving?
Well, that's a good question. The Biden administration would argue that it is merely defending these Trump-era decisions to terminate these programs, which by definition, John, are supposed to be temporary. If these programs are terminated by the courts or by DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, these more than 300,000 immigrants will lose their ability to live and work here legally without fear of deportation. They will join the broader undocumented immigrant population here in the U.S. They could face arrest and deportation unless they secure another pathway to permanent status or they voluntarily return home. The issue here, John, is that some of these immigrants have been living in the U.S. for over 2 decades. The program for El Salvador, for example, was started in 2001, and many of these immigrants also have U.S.-born children. That is the humanitarian argument. But again, John, the Trump administration and immigration hardliners would argue that this is, by definition, a temporary program that at some point has to be terminated.
Let me ask you another question, another immigration question. Illegal border crossings from Mexico to the U.S. hit a record in the last fiscal year. And just this weekend, the Department of Homeland Security announced that the number of Venezuelans found illegally crossing the southern border each day has dropped more than 85%. Can you explain both of those things, both the drop of Venezuelans and then also the crossings at the Mexican border?
Yes, that's right, John. Earlier in October, the Department of Homeland Security announced 2 new policies for Venezuelan migrants, which, as you know, John, they have been journeying to the U.S.-Mexico border in record numbers under President Biden's administration. The first policy is that the administration is allowing up to 24,000 Venezuelan migrants to come here to the U.S. legally to an airport if they have an individual here in the U.S. who is willing to financially sponsor their resettlement here in the country. The other component of the strategy is that the U.S. is now expelling Venezuelan migrants who enter the country illegally to Mexico under Title 42. That is the Trump-era border restriction that allows border agents to rapidly expel migrants on public health grounds without allowing them to seek asylum. And that's really the major policy shift here, John, because, as you know, for the entirety of this year, most Venezuelan migrants were being released after being processed briefly by border agents because Venezuela has not accepted U.S. deportations for years now. And so most of these immigrants were being allowed into the U.S. and they were being allowed to seek asylum. However, that has changed dramatically now. thousands of Venezuelans are now being expelled to Mexico. And the administration has said that this has been successful because, as you noted, they've seen an 86% drop in illegal crossings by Venezuelan migrants. But again, it's too early to tell, John, how effective this will be. I can tell you that 7 million Venezuelans have left their country, escaping that country's economic and social collapse in recent years. That is the largest refugee crisis in the history of the Western Hemisphere.
Camilo Montoya-Galvez, thank you with all the numbers. We appreciate it, Camilo.